as humans, we're the only ones that have to consistently be as productive as possible, no matter what happens. You wonder, why is there seasonal depression? Why is there these seasonal disorders? When you don't have enough sunlight, you're not producing enough vitamin D. And guess what? A vitamin D deficiency, symptoms of that are actually anxiety and depression. Literal statistics show that the further away from the equator you are, the more percentage of people has seasonal depression. In the winter, we're not supposed to be as productive as possible, just like normal. Oh, it's just another Tuesday. We have to go to work and we have to grind and everything. No, you need to fucking give yourself a rest. You need to give yourself a break. You can still be productive and efficient, get things done, but also dial it back so you're not burning yourself out. To maximize your productivity during this time, you need to get up as early as possible with the sun so that you are maximizing your time that you are awake with the sun. There's not a lot of sunlight in winter. Once you get to December 21st, there's basically nothing. You're waking up and 2 hours later, the sun's going down and you're like, oh my God, why am I depressed? It's like, of course you're depressed, but you're also simultaneously supposed to sit down next to your fireplace and have a cup of coffee and read your book. Like, that is what you're supposed to be doing instead of this like grind and hustle culture. You're supposed to dial it back. We are natural beings of this planet. You think we're supposed to be pushing out all of this? No. So every single person needs to be taking vitamin D. A lot of people are like, I wake up with the sun, I go to sleep with the sun. You need to really prioritize that in the winter because the sun is what gives you life. It's what gives you purpose in the winter, literally. But how do you dial down and still be productive and still get ahead during the winter months? You have to make your day the most efficient as possible, and you need to just get things done whether you like it or not, so that as soon as the sun goes down, you can relax, you can chill. Because for me, as soon as the sun goes down, around like 4 o'clock, even before that, like 3:30, it starts getting a little bit dark. You're like, oh my God, it's coming, it's coming. And then it goes down and you're like, okay, that's it for the day. You don't want to be productive anymore. So you need to get up with the sun. Be productive as possible throughout the day when the sun is up. Getting the benefits of the sun, getting the vitamin D, getting everything you need. And then when the sun goes down, okay, now you can take a break. Now you can watch your show. Now you can doom scroll or do whatever you want. Okay, but you still have to be productive after lights out. You can strategically put off different tasks to do during daylight and during night. When you think about it, I have to film content for my TikTok, for my social media pages, and I do that with light. I need natural lighting. It's a mandatory thing for me that I need to have natural lighting. Right now I'm filming a YouTube video. It's about 2, almost 3 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, the sun's gonna go down. I have to film this video because if not, I will not have another day where I can film this because my family's gonna be here for the holidays and I'm not gonna have time alone in this house to do it. So I know I have to double down and be the most efficient person that I can be and get things done that I know have to get done right now. So prioritize your things based on the daylight. During the winter, the majority of people are being distracted. I made a video about this literally last year and I can still confirm that it's the same thing. I go out to go shopping for like a birthday present or just for Halloween or something, the stores are packed. People are consuming at an all-time high. It's actually ridiculous. And I hate going to the mall and I hate going to stores because of it, because the energy in there is just consume, spend money, do all this stuff. And it's just a distraction. The whole thing, the entire thing is a distraction. And I'd literally rather just stay at home and double down on what I need to do so that when spring comes, I'm set up and I'm already have the momentum from the winter that I've been nurturing. Because some people just cut it off completely, be like, well, I'll just wait till spring. Instead of saying, oh, I'll wait till spring to plant my garden, how about you plant the roots? You plant the potatoes, you plant the carrots, you plant the kale, you plant the stuff that can still grow in the winter. Just because it's winter, just because it's cold, doesn't mean something can't grow or something can't be nurtured and maintained. Instead of shutting it all off, even if it's dormant, even if it seems to be dormant, it's underground and your roots are still growing. The fundamentals are growing. They're spreading like wildfire underneath. No one can see it, but it's there. You're creating the habits. You're creating the foundation for success so that when March and April comes around, you're already 10 steps ahead. And everyone's like, oh, I'm just getting ready now. Instead of working on your summer body when March comes, you're working on your summer body now before it's even winter. I think a big part of this is just moving in silence. And I think it's so funny when say, oh, I'm moving in silence. If you're saying you're moving in silence, you're not actually moving in silence. You just want people to know you're moving in silence. And I know me talking about this is probably ironic in and of itself. You can't spoil your own movie, your own life to people. Because when you spoil that, everyone already knows. You want to actually have the biggest reveal as possible. Like, oh, I'm working on my summer body now instead of later so I can get ahead of everyone. How about you don't actually say that? How about instead of talking, you actually get to work and you actually show your actions? Instead of saying, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, how about you actually do the thing and then show everyone what you've done? No one likes when you talk. No one likes when you talk the talk. They wanna see action, they wanna see results. We are very visual creatures. We wanna see. We wanna see the results because that is more inspiring, that is more motivating than anything else. When I see someone be like, this is my routine and this is what happened. This is how much money I made through social media. This is how I grew my business. This is how I locked in the winter. It's been just over a year since I bought my property for the homestead. Right after I posted, I think that's right after I posted a video of how to lock in during the winter. It's really not hard. Oh, how do you lock in? What do you do differently? You just do the same shit that you've been doing and you don't let everything else distract you and pull you down. There's gonna be overeating, there's gonna be alcohol, there's gonna be all these other stuff, consumerism. They're gonna be distracting you from what your goals have been. Your goals are the same. It's just a matter of, are you mentally strong enough? Literally put the blinders on and get to it and stay with it. It's not that you need to keep grinding at the same rate, but you need to at least maintain what you've built and not just throw everything away. You can think about this when it comes to your physique, when it comes to your business, when it comes to building a business or building a personal brand. You can think about this in every single way. You can't just let 3-4 months of the year dictate, hey, yeah, all of a sudden, like, everything's slowed down and my progress is gone. Because I had a couple drinks and I had a couple cheat meals and all of a sudden, like, I'm falling into a depression. It's like, yeah, because you have a vitamin D deficiency, it's not helping. I'm not saying that like, oh, if you take vitamin D and you go into the sun every day that you're not gonna have seasonal depression, because there's other things that go into it. I personally am like, I don't leave the house normally. In the summer, I don't have friends to really go out with, so I'm fine with staying in the house cooped up. But some people, it's mentally hard to not have socialization, to be isolated. It's difficult, and that's okay. And I think you need to prioritize yourself and you need to understand what makes me go down. Okay, so if I know I need to socialize with someone once, twice a week, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I'm gonna go do an activity with someone, or I'm gonna invite them over to the house. You need to nurture yourself and your growth so that you're not falling into a pit every single winter like clockwork. At some point, it's an explanation, but you can't just use it as an excuse and say, well, yeah, that's just what happens. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I personally think there's always something you can do about something. Do research, look into different types of things of what can help you. Kind of rough because it's so predictable, like, oh, I'm gonna fall into a slump and then in the spring I'll be okay. Like, the only medicine to it is time. I just don't think that that's like a mindset we should go around. I think a lot of it has to do with mindset. Even if we're 50% better in the winter, if we like actually put in effort. If I'm 50% like more mentally sane, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do everything in my power to do that. And I think right now, as we're going into winter, it's more important to prepare yourself. Because if you're in the deepest pit in the winter, you're not gonna wanna help yourself. It's really hard to. So I'm doing this for future me. I'm saying, okay, I need to double down. I need to go in the sun. I need to wake up with the sun, and I need to be as productive as possible. When you're productive, when you're getting things done, it doesn't make you feel like bad about yourself because you're productive. I'm not lazy. I'm actually doing things. I'm actually doing things that I said I would do. Don't give yourself like this insane schedule, like, oh, I need to get 30 things done today, and if I don't, I'm a lazy piece of shit. No, pick 3 things of importance that you need to get done. Everything else can get done as well, but say, okay, whatever I get done, but these 3 main things need to get done. So for me, it could be, okay, I need to film a YouTube video, I need to clean up my closet and get the clothes ready to put up on my Depop, and then I need to work my 9 to 5, my virtual job. So those are the 3 things that I need to do. If I get those done, great. I can move on to the other things in the list, numbers 4, 5, 6. If not, numbers 4, 5, 6 will be for tomorrow. It's that simple. You don't need to push yourself too far, especially when you're in a state of what is supposed to be rest. In the winter, it's literally a matter of just a balancing act between you can still be productive and once you're productive, you get motivated to be more productive, and it'll help you get out of the pit, or will prevent you from falling in the pit to begin with. When I fall into the pit, it's usually like, I feel like I'm lazy. I feel like I have no purpose in this world. I feel like I'm not being productive enough. I start feeling bad about myself. The list goes on. So if I say, okay, I know what makes me fall into that pit, I need to counteract that before it happens. So it's getting to the end of November. Usually I'm okay until Christmas comes. And then I feel like the real slump is like right after New Year's, because then it's just like, there's nothing to look forward to. The holidays are gone, but it's still going to be cold for the next 3 months. Oh my God, it's dark out and everything is going insane. What do I do? And at that point, I know that I'm not going to be able to claw my way out until March, April, May. So if I can set myself up, give myself the grace, give myself, hey, you don't need to be as productive in the winter, but you still need to get things done. And getting things done will actually help you not fall into this seasonal depression, because it's so easy to do so, especially if you've been dealing it for years and years and you don't know what to do. I truly believe that we can do anything. And if that involves you going to therapy or you going to like a group meeting, go and do that. I think human connection is honestly one of the best medicines when it comes to like mental health, because we're social creatures, and sharing our experiences and helping ourselves feel valid in our emotions and in our experiences are one of the biggest things that can help us overcome it. Because having external support is very necessary when it comes to basically everything. Have you ever raised a child on your own? It's extremely difficult. Without having a village, without having external support, it can be really hard, especially if you have multiple kids. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to acknowledge, hey, I can help myself right now when I am in the mental shape to do so. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Locking in this winter, it doesn't have to do with doubling down. I think you'll have more time to double down and be productive, but I don't think your mind needs to go crazy saying, well, I need to do double the amount of stuff. I think you need to have double the amount of efficiency and strategy when it comes to the winter, because it's hard to work around mentally and physically. It's very challenging. You have the holidays, you have the cold, you have to deal with the snow. It depends where you live, but it's more than just, oh yeah, in the winter I get a little bit depressed. We can combat this as much as we can, and I truly believe that down to my core. I used to be extremely depressed. Extremely depressed. I would sleep in my bed 23 hours a day. I would not eat. I would not drink. I would just want to lucid dream all day. I would want to escape because I could create my own reality in my head through these dreams. But then I realized I can do that in real life, and I can do it just as well. I know that if I could literally go from sleeping 23 hours a day to being as productive as I am now, I'm not the best by any means, but I'm significantly better. I'm like 1,000 times better than I was. And I never thought I would get to this point. I believe in the human spirit, and I believe that we can do anything. We can transform, we can heal, we can help others.